Today's story is called Have You Filled a Bucket Today? A Guide to Daily Happiness for kids. And this morning when we met with Miss Darsh in our morning meeting, she talked about what zones you might be in. And hopefully you're all in the green zone. I know sometimes we do the blue, the yellow, sometimes the red. But this book's going to help us figure out things that can help us be happy and to fill a bucket of happiness. And this story is by Carol McLeod, illustrated by David Messing. All day long, everyone in the whole wide world walks around carrying an invisible bucket. You can't see it, but it is there. You have a bucket. Your mom and dad each have a bucket. Your sister and brother have a bucket. Your grandparents, friends, and neighbors all have a bucket. Everyone carries an invisible bucket. And invisible means you can't see it, but we all have a bucket. Your bucket has one purpose only. Its purpose is to hold your good thoughts and good feelings about yourself. You feel very happy when your bucket is full. You feel very sad and lonely when your bucket is empty. Other people feel the same way too. They're happy when their buckets are full, and they're sad when their buckets are empty. It's great to have a full bucket, and this is how it works. You need other people to fill your bucket, and other people need to fill theirs. So, how do you fill a bucket? You fill a bucket when you show love to someone, when you say or do something kind, or even when you give someone a smile. That's being a bucket filler. A bucket filler is a loving, caring person who says or does nice things that make others feel special. When you make someone feel special, you are filling a bucket. But you can also dip into a bucket and take out some good feelings. You dip into a bucket when you make fun of someone, when you say or do mean things, or even if you ignore someone. That's being a bucket dipper. A bully is a bucket dipper. A bucket dipper says or does mean things that make others feel bad. Many bucket dippers have an empty bucket. They think they can fill their own bucket by dipping into someone else's. But that never works. You'll never fill your own bucket when you dip into someone else's. But guess what? When you fill someone's bucket, you're filling your own bucket too. You feel good when you help others feel good. All day long, we are either filling up or dipping into each other's buckets by what we say and what we do. Try to fill a bucket and see what happens. You love your mom and dad. Why not tell them you love them? You can even tell them why. Your caring words will fill their bucket right up. Watch for smiles to light up their faces. You'll feel like smiling too. A smile is a good clue that you have filled a bucket. If you practice, you'll become a great bucket filler. Just remember that everyone carries an invisible bucket, and think of what you can say or do to fill it. Here are some ideas for you. You could smile and say hi to the bus driver. Well, we were at school, you could do that, but you could certainly say that to someone else, you see, because he has a bucket too. You could invite a new kid to play with you. You could write a thank you note to your teacher. You could tell your grandpa that you like to spend time with him. There are many ways to fill a bucket. Bucket filling is fun and easy to do. It doesn't matter how old or young you are. It doesn't cost any money and it doesn't take any time. And remember, when you fill someone else's bucket, you fill your own too. When you're a bucket filler, you make your home, your school, and your neighborhood a better place to live. Bucket filling makes everyone feel good. So why not decide to be a bucket filler today and every day? Just start each day by saying to yourself, I'm going to do something to fill someone's bucket today. And certainly being home, boys and girls, you can certainly start off your day by helping to fill your mom and dad's bucket, your grandmother's bucket, your grandpa's bucket, your brothers, your sisters. Anyone you talk to during the day, the way you talk with them can help make them feel better. And that in turn is going to make you feel better. And at the end of the day, ask yourself, did I fill a bucket today? Yes, I did. That's the life of a bucket filler. And that person is you. Is this bucket being filled and the happy faces on the children? This is their invisible bucket that we all have inside of us, that by saying kind things and doing kind things can help us fill our bucket. So what does that mean? Well, I thought right here, this is sort of my invisible bucket. And look, it's just a beach bucket. Right? I actually found it out in our garage. So I'm going to think of this as my bucket, and how can I fill my bucket? Because this is something you could do at home. Find a bucket. Does it have to be a bucket? It could be a big plastic cup. Anything you could find. And as you can see, I have my little favorite stuffed pet here, Holly. She's here to help me. And I'm going to fill my bucket with hearts. Because in the book it showed some hearts. So if you remember, a heart is symmetrical. So I'm folding the paper. I'm folding it, the line of symmetry. Each side is exactly the same. I'm going to cut my heart on the line of symmetry. I want to think about what a half-shaped heart looks like. I'm going to draw it first. Curves up, then over, and then back in again. Here is half of my heart. Now remember, I'm cutting on the line of symmetry, so the other side will be symmetrical. It will be exactly the same as the side I made. And we're talking about the line of symmetry at school when we talked about snowflakes. So now that if I open this, there's my heart. I can use that whenever I have filled someone else's bucket or they have filled mine. I can drop the heart right in. So today, I'm going to fill mine up. And I'm filling it with hearts from all of you because you all fill my bucket every day. So, Aaliyah, you fill my bucket, especially when I see all of you at morning meeting. Shay, you help fill my bucket. Malaya fills my bucket. William helps to fill my bucket. Aubrey is a bucket filler. Audrey is a bucket filler. Alice fills my bucket. And Bailey is a bucket filler. Cameron fills my bucket. Ezra, bucket filler. Cayenne fills my bucket. Liam, Indigo, bucket filler. Logan is a bucket filler. Lux is a bucket filler. Maggie is a bucket filler. And I actually have extra hearts here, so I can put in if someone in my house, my daughter, my son, my husband, does something, says something kind to me. Maybe helps me fold the clothes, or puts dishes in the dishwasher, right? Or rubs my feet on the couch, right? Oh, bucket filler. And then by the end of the day, my bucket's going to be so full